Hey guys, Solomon here. Welcome back to Let's Play Kairo. So, this isn't going to be a blind run anymore. Something happened during my first take of this area, and I'd rather not talk about it, so I had to kind of go back and play the game from the beginning just to catch back up to where I was, and, well, for that reason, I pretty much know what I'm doing for the rest of the game. So, because I had to restart from the beginning, this did give me a good chance to go back and check for the glyphs that I missed, and well, I feel a little sheepish that I missed the ones that I did, so let's go back to Lighthouse and look at the first of the glyphs that I was missing. If you remember this room with all the coffins in it, from the entrance at the bottom of the ramp, if you go up to the fifth coffin on the right and look at the foot of it, you'll find what is supposed to be the third glyph of the area, I guess? I don't know. I'm a little surprised I missed this one, but then again, I have a very low observation skill, so I shouldn't be too surprised. Now, the second rune I missed in the area, I'm a little less surprised that I missed. Because, let's face it, I was trying to look for this one after I had solved the puzzle of this giant aqueduct room. If you choose to look for this before, you'll see that the rune is right here on the wall, and if you choose to solve the puzzle first, it will be obscured by a bunch of paper water flowing through. So, yeah, this one is definitely a lot easier to find if you haven't solved the puzzle yet. So, that was my mistake there. Let's move on to the towers in order to find the other two runes that I'm missing. Now, this first rune, I'll admit I kind of missed as well, more because I wasn't really exploring around a lot. If you climb up around here on top of the rune with all the TV screens and whatnot, and you know this place, it's the one with the first throne and everything, you'll find this rune just kind of tucked away in a corner here on the roof. So, it's a little bit hidden, but if you're jumping around and searching a lot, you'll find it. As for the fourth rune of the area, this one is actually right outside the entrance here. When you first step off the elevator to the second half of the tower, it's just here on the inside of the door frame. The outside, I should say. Sorry. My brain doesn't like to work sometimes, so I'll always mix up indoors, outdoors. I'll even mix up the colors yellow and white, because that's just how I roll. So, having pretty much caught up to where we are now, these are the gardens, or the garden, as it should probably be called, and this area is huge. Like, my goodness, this area is big. There is so much to see, so much to do, and it's not going to take terribly long to cover, but it's definitely worth buying the game just to check out this area. Because there's stuff like this, which means absolutely nothing. And you have areas, I don't know. I really don't know what to say right now. I just kind of want this over with. This area pissed me off for a few reasons. One, because it's so big. But there's nothing wrong with having a nice open environment like this. In fact, I kind of love it. If anything, it tells me how nice and large this place is, and that is kind of new. Actually, no, it's not. That's because I found all the glyphs now, so originally those things they're not supposed to be there, but because I've been finding all the glyphs in the areas, those are there now, so take my word for it, those are normally not there unless you find the glyphs. So, those will pertain to something else, and we'll have to go down there later. There is a glyph inside there, as well as another optional puzzle. But because we don't have to do that right now, let's just move on toward the normal ending. Oh, I guess I spoiled it, didn't I? Yeah, there's a secret ending, and it has to be over there somewhere. I don't know. I haven't actually seen the secret ending yet. Let's just go for the normal ending. So, welcome to the first gateway, I guess you could call it. Yeah, because this is something I'm actually a little bit upset about, is just the fact that if you're like me, and you're assuming that all of the portals and doorways in this game are just like watery squares or something, you're probably going to miss these doorways as I did in the first take and get really upset over it. You'll probably also, if you're as unobservant as I am, you'll probably miss this little monument here, which has a shape drawn on it. It's a square on its side, and you'll also notice all these nice little, I don't know what you'd call these, glass cylinders or something. Anyway, if you just hit them in the shape of what is marked on that tablet there, then you'll see the little star grid over there slowly light up. And then once you've got the shape in, you step on this panel, and we have opened the door. Now, before I head through, I want to take a look around this room because I'm pretty sure there's a glyph hidden on one of these pillars here. Or maybe it's another room. I kind of know where the glyphs are in this area, but it's been a while since I rage quitted the game, so understand if I'm going to need a moment to kind of refresh my memory, and if I stumble around a bit trying to relocate them. That is admittedly my one flaw at this point. You know, is this the room with... It could be. I don't know. I'll admit this much. There is something else I'll have to come back to one of these rooms for later, so if I find that now, that'd save me a little bit of time later. But I don't think I can see it yet, so I'll have to wait until later for that. Alright, well, let's head through the giant green gateway here. Oh, this room. This is the Green Pagoda. This is quite an interesting level, if anything. It looks really beautiful, that's for sure. And there is a rune in this area which I had to slap myself afterwards because I completely missed it. I believe it is on this pagoda right here. Now, I'm used to these runes being white, so with it being gray, I guess I overlooked it in my first take. And as you can imagine, that made me feel like a complete idiot. Nevertheless, that's the first rune in this area. There's 5 more, and I do know where most of them are. I'll have to refresh my memory for most of them. But this is the... I guess you could call it a planetarium. So, the objective here is, you see that stationary sphere in the middle? Actually, no, I think first off we have to climb up on here. Stand on this. And that will make that sphere grow in size. Now, we stand on next to this pillar, which, as you can see, is causing these rings here to move around. The objective is to get these rings to more or less line up center with the sphere there. As the little chime indicated, I did this correctly. Shoot, there's a proper term for what I'm doing here. I'm making these rings... contra center? No. I don't know. It's been a while since I've last taken a math course, so I don't exactly remember the exact term. But, shoot. It overshot a little bit, so I gotta wait for this to, come back around, but, why can I not remember the word? This is like a basic math term. I don't know. I'm not going to worry over math terms at the moment. That's pretty much how you solve that puzzle. Not terribly hard. I figured it out on my first try. As you can see, it's now raining here in Pagoda Land, and we have these nice little rivers formed here. So, the theme of the gardens is more or less nature, as you will kind of see as we go around through this area. So, that is the first of 3 puzzles to get to the end. Yeah, this area is kind of short once you know where you have to go, and as you might also notice, we have a lot of water here. So, yeah, that's 1/3 of the puzzles, and it gave us water. 1/3 of the nature puzzles. So, let's hop up on here, and head over here. And this will take us to the next gateway over here. Given its placement, you might think this is like the end gate where you have to go at the end, but no, it's just another puzzle room. So let's head through. It's nice and cyan. Is that the right term? Probably not. So, as you can kind of see, part of this slab is missing. And this frustrated me so much in the original take that I had to actually use hints, which I sadly had to use for a lot of this game. Well, never fear, if you're looking for the slab, it is back here somewhere. Actually, where the hell is it? Oh, here it is. It's kind of hard to see right now, and I think that's just because I have a little bit of daylight shining in on my monitor, so I can't see it that well. You should be able to, though. But we have a parallelogram there. So, that is what we have to draw in for the shapes here. Let me just take a look around to make sure I'm not missing any glyphs. I'm sure there's one, at least on somewhere around here. Or maybe not. I feel like I'm really missing stuff here that I really shouldn't be missing. I was kind of hoping to do this in one take, but I might not be able to. Now why is this all watery? Okay, so the portal is there, but it's not actually open yet. So, let's see what that was again. Sideways. I don't know, it's a little hard to make out the shape exactly, but it has to be sideways, like this, I believe. And if I'm wrong, then we'll rotate it. Nope, that was right. Alright, let's run on through. And, oh, this room. Shoot. I know there's a glyph in this room. I just don't remember where exactly. So yeah, the pyramid talks in numbers. I do not understand the significance. I definitely know it's not a puzzle tied to anything in this game. That much, I will say that much. So, don't worry about it if you're playing this game yourself. That's just one of the other strange message things. Here's another glyph, number 4, but the second one I've picked up in this area. I might be picking these up out of order, but when has that ever been a concern? More strange radio broadcasts. I don't know, I only placed the Apollo mission one because that was the only one I could remember. So let's head inside this little hut thing here. Oh yeah, this puzzle. Yeah, I kinda don't like this puzzle. As you're gonna see, what was the way to go again? It was like this. So yeah, the way it works is as you walk around, these pieces will fall apart. So you need to find the right pathway that won't drop you into the pit below. So, I think I have to walk along here. Ooh. Do I walk over here? Ah, made it. Yeah, so that took me quite a lot of tries in the original take. But it's not that bad once you guess your way through it, I guess. Stand on this, and voila. This machine's turned on, and I don't think there's actually any glyphs in this area. Not that I remember. No, I think we're clear on glyphs at the moment. No, actually, I think I know where the last 4 glyphs are, so we should be fine for the rest of this area. And don't worry about this floor now. Now that we solved the puzzle, it's going to be staying here. And if it doesn't, then I'm going to be really upset with the game. Let's head back through. As you can see, there's birds in the sky. That's kind of nice. And if we head all the way back through... all the way back through... I'm going to have to remember which room to come back to later. That's going to really annoy me. But now if you look at these pillars here, we have animals on top of them. So we just brought back the animal kingdom. Hooray! So now let's go pick up another rune, which I believe is on this pillar here. On the back side somewhere. Was it this pillar? Or I think it was actually maybe on this here. Actually, shit, where was it? There's definitely a pillar in this area. Not a pillar, a rune. A glyph. Where is it? I really don't remember. Is it right in here somewhere? Man, I really should have done another test playthrough just to remember where these things are. It's definitely in this area, I swear. If you just walk around in this area, you'll eventually find it. Maybe it was over here. Aha, here it is. There we go. That's the first rune you can find in this area. And now we have rather flat, oddly jagged terrain here. And the last of the gates. So let's head on through. And this one is the most straightforward. See, the shape is just out in the open. Which, if my memory serves, that means there is actually a rune in this room. Because I remember it being like... aha, here we go. So there's rune number 2, which means we have 4 now. And was this the room with the thing? I don't remember. I'll have to check for it later. Long story short, there's a door here we have to look for later. But for now, we'll just draw a triangle in here. We'll run over here, press the switch, and run on through into Blue Zone. Now, despite the water flow, for some reason I couldn't move my cursor there. I don't know why. Anyway, we'll just follow this strange water current here. Go all the way to this gate here. And welcome to the very strange power room. So we stand on this here, and that powers that up. Now, what we need to do is we need to go over here. Oh yeah, I'm kind of overlooking at the moment, but all these torches just powered on, and we need to turn some of them off before we can actually progress with the puzzle. So, if you look here, this shows the ones we have to hit. So we have to hit the one with the straight line, with the strange double markings on opposite sides, and then that one there with the mesh. So, just to make sure I remember it myself. So, now we have to go around, check these torches for their glyph. This one has the wrong glyph, we don't touch that one. We do touch this one. So we've turned off that torch, and we now need to go around and make sure that the other ones we want turned off are turned off. Now let's see here. We turned this one off. And this one over here in the middle should be the last one we need to turn off. No, that one is horizontal. We want the one that is vertical, I believe. That's not it either. I really hope I'm not just overlooking it like an idiot. Oh, maybe I am. I could have sworn it was... Let me double check that real fast. No, it's definitely... Well, I guess there's no horizontal one, so maybe I'm just being an idiot. Okay, I'm being an idiot. So, ignore my idiotic gestures there of not recognizing when something has to be vertical or not. So we've turned off the right torches, but the puzzle isn't solved yet. Well, the trick is there is a pathway down here, as you might notice. And what we gotta do is go around here. Let's see, was there like... There's definitely a rune in this room, right here. So that's rune number 6, but the 5th one we found, which means there's only one glyph left. So now we just hit this to turn on the fan. Oh. And the bridge is out. That's... Okay, no, I get it. I have to turn off the fan to turn on the bridge, because the fan otherwise disables the bridge. Okay, sorry, that's something that didn't actually come up when I was first playing this, so... There we go, we open that, and then we run up here and turn on the fan. And that should solve the puzzle. Run over here, touch that. Okay, so I guess I got the torches backwards. Yeah, okay, so I guess I'm just gonna have to touch every torch once. And that should fix it. Ideally. I think I almost took off my eyebrows with that one. The hell? Okay. What's going on here? Turn it on and stop running over it and triggering it like multiple times. That's just stupid. I can't believe I have to be very careful with how I hit these torches to keep myself from accidentally turning them off. That is bullshit. Oh, come on. Okay. And I think I just turned this one off, and there we go. So I had the torches backwards. Well, there you have it. So that's all 3 of the nature puzzles. What does this do for us? Well, take a guess. We saved the sea, we saved animals. What could possibly be left of this green earth that we haven't actually restored yet in the main area? If you guessed the land, well, we will confirm that once I get out of this room. For some reason, this just looks like it's going really slow. I'm really sorry. Ugh. My eyes are slowly straining themselves, and I don't know why. I think it's because I'm playing this game again. It's not that this is a frustrating game, it's just my lack of observant skills. Oh wow, look at all these mountains that have just popped in. Why is the frame rate going so slow all of a sudden? Hang on a sec, let me fix the frame rate here real fast. Alright, there we go. So the frame rate should be working a lot better now. Having solved the 3 puzzles, we have solved the, I guess you could say, the final main puzzle for the game. We just gotta go up to the top of the gardens here, where land, sea, and animals all join together, and we have to go into the Grand Throne Room, as I call it. However, before we go in there, let's head around the backside, shall we? By the way, there's like multiple ways to go around this area. Did you see this obelisk here? Remember that tune, because I certainly won't. Long story short, that is the answer to one of the secret puzzles of this game. Remember those optional rooms from before? Well, that's a solution to one of them. But we'll take care of that when it's more proper. Right now, we're looking at this nice little picture of the world. Well, it's more of a hologram, isn't it? Oh, look, it's our old friend, Static Screen, with his nice little throne here, and I don't know what this is. A little model of the world, maybe, I don't know. In any case, having solved the puzzle, we can now go in here. Now, do try to keep note of where you came in from, because there's a little black spot on the ground here from where you entered. If we go over here, and we hit this, this is the triangle pedestal. And this will be helpful for a later part of the game, because there are a few things left to do. Now, do keep track of where you entered, because from the opposite side, there is an exit. And if you're like me, and you're an idiot, you'll walk out of this area through the door you came in. Alright, and this is it. This is the final room of the game. Kind of. This is the final room of the main game. So, if we walk over here to this very dark staircase that I'm automatically flying down, I'm a little scared now. I don't think it let me walk down it automatically like this the first time. But yeah, so anyone who is familiar with that one SCP, or that Minecraft map, it's a map, not a mod, that emulates the long staircase hallway thing, yeah, you'll probably be scared by this the first time, as I was, and admittedly still am. I mean, seriously, look at this. I'm like, it's so dark, I can't see where I'm going. Am I going anywhere at all? Well, apparently I am, because the walls have given away, and now we're in some strange area. What are these here? Obelisks? Gravestones? Well, let's stand on this and see what happens. Uh-oh. What's going on? Who's saying toy boat? Oh. Oh, look, it's a man. And a bright light. What could this mean? I don't know, I still don't know what this means. But it's actually a pretty beautiful ending, honestly. And now we're flying away. That's right, we're being raptured. So, I don't know. If there is a deeper meaning to this game, I honestly don't know it. My guess is that it has... I don't know. My story for this game is that the downfall of society happened. These were the only way to reach the end. Oh, and look at this. Yeah, I recognize that down there, the lighthouse, the tower, and oh, look at all these other buildings that are appearing. They look just like the models in the observatory room. Huh. Well, this is a beautiful view of the entire world that we'll never get to see again. So what happens now? Oh. They're shooting their beacons into the sky. What could it all mean? Well, it means we have a credit sequence here, as we slowly get raptured into space. We're leaving the world behind us as the world we know it disappears. Even the gardens will be no more than a speck in the distance as it fades into oblivion, as we fly ever closer to the sky or wherever we're going. Well, thank you for giving me this game. Despite the frustrations I had with it, I actually had fun with it. A lot of fun, actually. But yeah, going back to what I was trying to say as my hypothesis for how the story is, basically, my theory is that civilization had a downfall of some sort. Or you're trapped in limbo, maybe. My guess is limbo or something, and this is like your way to escape and get back to the green earth of the world. That or this is a Terranigma thing, who knows. For everyone who ever needed a second chance. So there you go. That's the end of Kairo, and the frame rate just dropped again. God damn it. What's been with the frame rate recently? Oh well, I'll fix it before the next part. Oh yeah, there's another part to this, mind you. We still have to cover the secret ending. That's right. So we will cover that in the next part of Kairo. This is Solomon signing off. Have a good day.